Welcome to episode 10.
Yeah, welcome to episode 96 of the Collective Podcast. I am the substitute host, TheWeezus, aka Wheezy. To my, is it my left or my right?
To your straight.
I don't.
Flancy's to my right. Or Flancy on Twitch. Recently rebranded. By recently.
Recently?
Yeah, recently.
A year ago?
Yeah.
A year ago and never came back.
Imagine, dude. Also, to my left
It's a lot.
is the beautiful, gorgeous queen herself,
Oh my god, stop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arlene.
Hello, hi. Wait. Are the puppies? Wait, hold on.
The puppies? What?
You keep talking. I'm just saying me.
Oh, that's right. She
Oh.
dog sits.
Okay.
What
But
kind of
when
dogs?
I'm not dog sitting. So our regular puppy Nugget, he got really sick, so we had to put him down. And then before we put him down, we got this Pomeranian. She's really big though for like a Pomeranian. She doesn't look like it's like the small one. She has like long. She looks like a little fox but with a curly tail. And then right after my dog died, my step-aunt, I guess she couldn't handle my stepdad being emotional about losing a dog. So she went and bought him another dog the day after we just put our original dog down.
Damn.
So right now he's 6 months, and then his name is Cody, and then Pepper, Pomeranian, she's 8 or 9 months now. So like she's not necessarily a puppy, but Cody technically is. Like he finally just learned how to like use a wee pad. But he still does puppy stuff, so like he'll sit there and eat his own crap. It bothers me.
Oh yeah.
So I hear them. Yeah, so I hear them barking. So I don't know if Brian's upstairs like watching them or if he went upstairs. So I'm like, I hope they're not attacking each other because when they play fight, they bite each other's ears and tails.
Is it an old dog or is he just a dipshit?
Cody? No, they're both puppies. Well,
Oh.
technically, Pepper was a puppy. You could still, if you wanted to, say she is, but she's 9 months old. She's gonna be a year, so she's more like juvenile teen. Cody's the one who's like 6 months now, so he's becoming like a kid into like a teenager. So, but he's still, I don't know. Maybe it's because like he's a Shih Tzu mix too, like Nugget was. So I don't know if it's like their breed. Damn, he's stupid. He runs into walls. He doesn't pay attention. He does the same things that Nugget did. Like I'm just confused. I'm like, is it just a Shih Tzu thing or like I don't know. I love him, but I'm like, why are you both doing the same stuff?
Damn.
Yeah, dogs do weird stuff, especially tiny ones. Tiny dogs are weird.
Dogs
Yeah, he likes to hide under the couch.
All right. Yeah, good intro.
I can't
All right.
tell if my thing is spazzing or hello.
What is
Am I
it,
too loud?
Mine likes to spaz out. I don't know what's wrong with mine, even though like I don't know what it's doing.
It might just pick up on every click. That's fine.
Ah shit! I think it's catching me eating my granola bar.
Nice.
I heard.
Okay, go ahead.
I heard the crunch too.
No.
Arr.
Oh, no, I
What
can't.
brand is it? I didn't ask before. What brand is it?
It's from Heb.
Tab?
Yeah.
Over.
It's a Texas chain.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
it's-
just got real quiet. Is it just me?
Oh no, it sounded like she backed
me?
away.
Yeah, no. I was touching a thing because I wanted to see
Oh, there she is. Okay.
my settings. Yeah, no, I was trying to check my settings to see like if it was like you said it was just picking up the clicking because I'm like I want to stop.
No, not you, Flancy.
Yeah, it's catching my
Oh.
Yeah, you're fine.
Hey, ASMR.
eating.
That's fine.
Oh my god, he said it too.
All right. So what I was thinking, since life's been boring, which I like it when life is boring. There's nothing crazy going on in the news right now to talk about. So I figure we pick up like general topics to talk about stuff like personally, and I wanted to start off with something and ask you guys what inspires you guys in general to do what you guys do, to stream, to play certain video games, to pursue certain career paths that you're going down. Where did it all start?
Bro, that was a broad umbrella of a topic.
Yeah. Well, my parents did it, and then I popped out, and that is my origin story.
That is
And
way
here
too
I
deep.
am.
It's a good origin story. I like it. Exactly. It's
Thanks.
straight to the point. Everything's there.
Yeah, I try to. I give Spark Note versions of my life, I guess, and that's it.
Oh, I miss Spark Notes.
Dude, it came in clutch.
I wish Spark. Well, all the time. I love that. Like writing an essay the night before if I was forgetting. Perfect.
Yeah, it's like Spark Notes and maybe the table of contents and one sentence from each chapter, and that's it.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I hate it when I had to cite like information. I'm like, I use Spark Notes. I don't have a cite to you. I can't citation anything. What am I doing here?
Yeah, if anything, it probably took us more time to bullshit our essays than it would to actually read the book.
My poor teacher, no wonder they freaking looked at me sometimes the way they did. I'm like, dude, don't judge me right now, okay? Gave me an essay and I had a week to do it, but I didn't think about it like that, okay?
Yeah, Wheezy, to answer your question, Spark Notes is what motivates us to do what we do.
Well, I understand you just got a new job that's more aligns with what you wanted to do career-wise.
Yeah, so I know in the beginning of this podcast, we were joking about how I rebranded and I disappeared for a year. I mean, we weren't really joking because that's actually what happened.
Yeah.
But, so pretty much before the job that I just got, I pretty much was drained by the end of my workday to the point where I just couldn't stream anymore. And so now that I'm out of that position and finally have something else, I have a little bit more energy to actually hopefully come back to streaming. No promises yet. But what I'm doing now is pretty much being a content producer. So pretty much what I did when I was streaming, I'm just recording stuff, create for other people though. So not for my own brand, not for whatever my current brand is. I'm still thinking about that rebrand. But yeah, so pretty much I'll be content producing for some of our clients. I'm in an agency doing marketing stuff, so I'll be back in the content realm of things. No, good. Stop spreading lies. For those who aren't in the Twitch chat while we're recording this, if you're just listening to this on Spotify or wherever we are for this podcast, Goom said you heard it here first, everybody. Coming back streaming. Not happening. But so now I'm pretty much doing what I wanted to do, which was actually just being creative and making content, having fun with making that content. And I know I'm doing it for clients now, but I'm hoping to, bring it back to my own personal thing again. So that's hopefully something
gives
in
you
the
a lot of
works.
experience for it.
Yeah. So I'll be engrossed in it for work anyway. So, wow, Jordan.
Jordan.
Okay. For those of you who are only the audio listeners for this podcast, y'all might want to hop into the actual recording sessions that we do on Twitch. Because somebody's talking shit about y'all right now. Not gonna say who, Jordan.
Doesn't even care. You gotta out him. Just throw him under the bus. He's throwing everyone else under the bus.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, if you're not on Twitch watching these live streams recorded, but you're missing out on some shit talking.
Twitch.tv/TheWeezus.
Of our gracious host. Sorry, did I answer your question? Did you have another thing?
No, you did. I was gonna continue by saying, is what you're doing now like closer towards what you kind of went to school for? Like, I know you got a degree and shit like this.
Yeah, I mean, Yes, my degree is more in the traditional side of things. So I got my degree in public relations. And so
Ah.
that's pretty much traditional media. I'm old for those of you who don't know. Uh, but pretty much after I got my degree, I did go into marketing and more so the digital marketing side of things, so more modern version of media. Uh, so yeah, I guess I did go to school for what I'm technically doing now. It took a long time to finally get back to being on track on where I wanted to be doing creative stuff, but hey, finally got it, finally did it, so I'm not letting go of it anytime soon.
And so I'm just kind of I'm kind of still kind of backtracking. So
Yeah.
from you getting your degree even further back than that, what made you want to go down this career path?
Hmm. So my parents did it.
Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I don't know, really. It pretty much just happened. Leading up to my degree, I wasn't the most studious person per se. I mean, I was in, honors classes and AP classes and all of that, but I just wanted that for, a stronger resume or whatever. I mean, we were talking about surviving off of Spark Notes and all that, so you can pretty much get an
Yeah.
idea of how studious I was. But aside from, taking those honors classes and all of that, I was doing a lot of extracurricular stuff. So I just really enjoyed being around people. And I know that sounds a little weird now because I feel like throughout COVID, I've been a lot more introverted lately. But
We all
growing up,
have.
yeah, right. Which is fine, which is fine. I'm okay with it. But leading up to going to college, I was just doing a lot of extracurriculars. I just liked being a social butterfly who wanted to be busy. I was the type of person who I didn't want to be good at just one thing. I wanted to just be good at everything that I touched.
Mm.
But I also wanted to help out a lot of people. So that's why I joined a lot of clubs and a lot of different sports, was because I wanted to, sort of help out other people with their passions. And so I feel like that sort of just brought me onto this journey with going through public relations, getting my degree, and going into marketing is helping people tell their stories through my creative work. So, yeah, I guess all of that just lumped me into where I currently am now.
Wow.
Aw,
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Flancy's so wholesome. Oh my god.
It's
What you
crazy. It's
talking?
crazy how you say like, "Oh, I wanted to not just be good at one thing," and I don't, and that was like the opposite mindset that I had like in school. I was like, "Dude, if I could just be good at anything."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe it's because I wasn't good at one thing. I was like, then I'll be good at all of it. No, I'm kidding. But no, I mean, there are times, even in my adult life, like probably within the past 2 months, I do have those thoughts where it's like, if I didn't focus on being good at everything and just honed in on one thing, would I be happier kind of thing? But honestly, there's no real point in thinking that way because I'm quite happy with where I am now. So that typical saying, everything happens for a reason. It's just everything that I've done up until now led me to where I am now, and I'm okay with it.
Well, that's
Okay.
good. That's all. That's all you can really ask for out of life, really.
Hmm.
It's just to be satisfied in some way. What
Took a
about
while, but yeah.
yeah? And what about you, Erlene?
Oh,
I know you do a lot of like arts and craft style stuff. Like you make coasters and different kinds of.
well, yeah.
I didn't mean to call it
Um,
arts and crafts if that's not what it is.
no, it's okay. I don't mind. I call it arts. It's literally if you're gonna buy the stuff that you're gonna use, usually Amazon art stores doesn't really matter. You're going to the arts and crafts section, so you're not wrong. It's arts and
Okay,
crafts.
okay.
um, I didn't start out wanting to do this per se. I wasn't like Flancy where like I was an honor student,
Sorry.
but I definitely still had the same mindset where like if I did a thing, I wanted to be good at it, but it had to be in like the field I liked. And a lot of the fields that I liked tended to do with art or like in class, like in a cooking class. So I know a lot of high schools obviously either don't have the funds or just in general don't have a lot of classes. My school, they're weird. They love to brag that they were a blue ribbon school. So we had a lot of different workshops and crafts and cooking classes. So we were pretty much allowed to test out somewhat a lot of different electives to some small extent. Even to the point where, like, if you wanted to be a teacher, we actually had a program for kindergartners to come into school and to have a student teacher partner. So each student got partnered with a kindergartner, and they would take care of them and help teach them in that class. I don't know for how long, but yeah, that was it. So for me, it was I tried more for that stuff because it's not that I wasn't good with regular class. I failed math, but I know that's for sure. So I wasn't good at math, but I noticed that I preferred a lot of art stuff. So then when I started getting more into gaming, I really pursued more traditional and I guess digital art. So I wanted to be a concept artist, which I started going to school for, but then I got really sick, so I had to drop out. And then when I came out, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to um, try it out anymore, only because it would take me so long to get back into it. So then I just picked up the same stuff that I did in high school, and yeah, then I started just making stuff and selling it. Although it is still really slow because, you're doing a lot of by yourself work since it is just technically me. So I have to manage myself and then promote myself, make all my stuff, buy the stuff. So it's just, like it is like literally a small business with just myself. And that's basically where I guess it led me to where I am at this moment, though I don't know if I'll still be here in like 5 years.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Thank you.
Um, yeah, for me, I had no direction like going into anything. I was just like, I mean, I still kind of do, just like drift through life. But
Uh-huh.
like, I used to my first job was a welder. That was my last job that I was doing. Now I work for local government, just doing like general maintenance stuff for parks and recreation. But I used to weld, and the only reason I didn't want to do welding, I wanted to do computer stuff in school, but um, I knew that the computer teacher, they had like a computer program for like, because I went to a technical school, so they had all these shops. They called them
Ooh.
shops. They were like, you had your medical, you had your masonry, carpentry.
Yeah, masonry?
They
Damn.
they had all kinds of shit. My sister went into healthcare rehabilitation, child care. They had
Wow.
all kinds of shit. And so I wanted to do the computer one. I was like, it was either the computer one or the electronics one. And that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm either going to go into electronics or computer. But I wasn't good at math or anything, so I knew I would have sucked. So I probably would have struggled doing that. But and then when I applied to go into the computer class, they were like, your grades aren't good enough. I was failing like shit ton of classes, and I just wasn't doing good. And the teacher was straight up with me. He was like, you don't have the grades to do this.
Wow.
And I was like,
That's
I was like, shit. What am I gonna do? Because I had to pick a shop. Everybody had to be in a shop.
hmm
I was like, what am I gonna do? And my buddy was like, yo, I just went through the welding shop rotation. When are you going through that? And I was like, oh, in like 2 weeks. He was like, well, check that out when you do it. And I was like, all right. And then I went and I did like a little test run. Like you take your little wire and then you just have like a hot tip and then you just melt it in and attach two pieces of metal. And then I was like, huh, That's kind of cool
That sounds
because,
fun.
yeah, growing up, I've always been into like Legos and Bionicles and like building shit. So I was like, huh, this might be actually kind of cool. So I did it for 4 years, all the way up until I graduated, and then the company that I used to work for was recruiting us welders out of high school. So once we all graduated, we got a job straight out of high school. It was pretty sweet, but I didn't like it there, so I was looking for new stuff to do. It wasn't the welding; it was just like the whole setup there, like. Cause like when I weld, like I like to appreciate my work. You can't really appreciate it in like a factory setting. It's more just do it and move, keep moving, do it, get it out of here, do it, get it out of here type thing. There's no time for like perfection. You can't really be like, damn, look at that good ass weld.
Would you want to go back into welding as
Yeah,
your work?
yeah, I have no
Okay.
problem with the welding aspect. I thought it was really cool. It was cool in school because you got to take your time, you get to practice, you got to learn new techniques and stuff like that.
Can
But the
you weld my life together?
no, that's a
Just
lost
get it
cause, buddy.
together for me.
Like
um,
it's gonna be micro pieces, but I have faith in you.
yeah, I didn't like that job. Everybody was an asshole, so I left. But I had a sweet in to where I'm at now because my friend's stepdad actually worked for the city that I work for now, and he worked there for a really long time, so everybody knew his name around there. So once I put his name on my resume, everybody was like, "Oh, I know him. Yeah, we'll get him in there. Yeah."
Nice.
So I got a pretty sweet in, and I've
Nice.
been doing it ever since
Connections.
3 years now.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean
It's a long time.
it's not a spectacular job. It's like a really laid back job. You get lots of time off, you get holidays. The work's not extremely strenuous. Even it's outside work, so when it's summertime I'm like dying. Um Only because I personally can't take heat that well.
Mm.
Like other than that, it's a pretty sweet gig. And I feel like I can retire doing this. Even though it's not my like passion or anything. I wouldn't say welding was my passion either, but it's just
I
something
mean,
to
as long
do.
as you like it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I wanted to do computers. I wanted to do computer stuff, but I wasn't smart enough to do it.
Um, I don't know if your teacher was technically correct because I had an English teacher who told me that I was a terrible student for English, and all through high school, that was the main thing. Even my English teachers, and she would even ask for, other teachers would even ask her for a lot of my work to use for their classes. And it was simply because it was the teacher. It wasn't necessarily me. Like, they were just a bad, they didn't know how to teach. They didn't know how to, I don't know what the best word would be to use. I don't want to say like they were the lazy ones, but they certainly weren't the best at adapting to different teaching styles because everyone doesn't learn the same. So you probably do have a talent for it. It's just a matter of that person probably just didn't teach you right. So
Yeah, I mean, some things just aren't meant to be. But I did hear from a lot of and my best friend actually went through that class, and he was like, yeah, that guy's a dickhead, and I was like, really? He was like, yeah, he didn't graduate with his technical degree because of that guy. So I'm kind of
yeah,
glad he didn't just let me in. Otherwise, I would have probably struggled in there, and he would have just let me succumb to my
yeah,
downfall.
yeah. It's definitely sounds like it was a him, not a you.
Yeah,
He was the one that wasn't doing his job correctly. And, like, I mean, I don't know if maybe he's just been doing it too long, but
yeah, he was
I
an
know it's
older
that.
teacher.
Yeah, it just sounds like the guy wanted to just get his job over with rather than actually like teach.
He had his tenure.
Oh, dude definitely was like, yeah, no.
Cruising to retirement.
What even is retirement?
Oh,
Retired. D's nuts. Got him.
Okay.
Sheesh. All right. Is there anything you guys wanted to add to what we talked about?
um,
Anything that's inspiring you further down the road to do things
Oh,
differently?
I don't know if I do things differently, but at some point, at least before I'm 60, minimum, I want to make a game. It could be like 3 hours. I don't care. I want to make one. Just one. I'm okay with just one.
That's a good goal.
Yeah. Before I'm 60, if by the time I hit 60 and I settle down, I'm like, it's you know what? I hope I reincarnate, and then I'll do it then. I don't know.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm still sleeping.
You're still waking
More soju.
up.
I'm
More
still
soju.
waking up. I know. If anything, that's gonna put me even more to sleep.
Oh,
But
true.
at least I'm talking. At least, like, part of me is here.
You're aware. As long
Yeah.
as you're aware.
Should have went and ran your face underwater while we were talking.
I know, right? That's fine. Inspiring for future things to come. I mean, what I'm hoping for is I hope I'm not working for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Like we were joking earlier, what even is retirement? I hope we do actually get to, I mean, not even retire. I hope we just get to enjoy and live our lives the way we want to. So if work isn't your life and you want to just live outside of work and do the fun things and, play video games in your off time, I'd say that's still a life worth living. And if that's what I want to do, then cool. But for that, I do know you need money.
Yeah.
So I'm
Fortunately.
hoping further down the line, I'm able to have some sort of passive income stream so I don't have to work for the rest of my life. But yeah, that's the only thing I know for sure I want in the future. Because Mr. Klabs and I have a life to live. So, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, also
I-
retirement money is hard to save. For some
yeah.
weird reason.
Yeah.
I got a sweet setup at my work where I get to like collect retirement from like different ways. So
Nice.
as long as I'm there for a really long time, I'll be all right if I retire from there.
Nice.
But like, yeah, I feel like I joke that I don't have enough free time, but like, I mean, I go home, I work 5 days a week. Some people work like 12-hour days, 7 days a week, and that sucks. And they just like limit their free time. Like they literally have time to come home, sleep, and then go back to work, which is how it seems most days. But I actually do have a decent amount of free time to myself, which I do appreciate.
Very true. I mean, so long as you're doing something that you love, it doesn't have to be work that you love per se, but at least if you're sprinkling in things that you enjoy throughout your day, I'd say that's a life well lived.
Yeah, I mean, and for me too, my dad kind of taught me how to be like a minimalist in a way, like not let like big fancy things like trap you, or not like trap, but like just don't get caught up in like bigger things. Just like keep it simple,
Yeah, makes sense.
Like I got this tiny place that I can stay in. I have my computer. I have a car to get to work. I have a job.
Basics.
Yeah, I feel like, and I feel this the way with music too. Like when things are just like skin and bone, like it's just it makes much more sense.
What do you mean? Yeah.
Like just just the basics,
Bare
Mm,
bones.
Yeah, bare
Keeping it
bones.
simple. Bare bones.
Bare bones.
Yeah, no, I see that. That's something that I've been trying to be better about because I have the tendency to overthink and maybe overcomplicate things in my brain. So yeah, I see where you're getting at with keeping things simple.
Yeah, I just get overwhelmed with things, so I try not to bite off more than I can chew. Because I know, like, I'm getting older, and my dad's like, "Oh, you should look into buying a house." I'd bought a house by the time I was your age.
What?
And I'm like,
Oh.
yeah,
It
but
was
it's
like 5 cents for you.
yeah, it's not the '90s anymore, Dad.
Yeah.
What the heck? What was that?
Buy a house.
What's that like? You should have been like, Dad, just check the market for a sec. Just check. Look through everything.
Yeah.
Then tell me if you think I could afford a house right now.
Wait, have y'all been hearing people calling the 90s, not only the 90s, but the late 1900s?
Wait, what?
There are people, okay, mostly, what is it, who's after millennials? Gen Z?
Gen Z, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
Zoomers.
technically
Yeah,
if you're
Zoomers.
like 1997 or something like that. Gen Z.
Okay. Yes, so I guess Zoomers more calling people who are born in the 80s or 90s, those who were born in the late 1900s. So
I mean, they're not entirely wrong.
they're not.
But if you're gonna make it sound like that, don't make it sound like I was there for the bubonic plague. All right, that's just disrespectful.
No.
I don't appreciate that.
That's a whole ass century. Don't. Yeah. Let's.
Oh, you know, that reminds me of like when it's really old now, and I'm pretty sure everyone's seen it. But that's you saying that reminded me of when like fucking Zoomers literally on TikTok were like, "Look at these pants. They're called flare pants." I'm like,
Oh
those are
my
yoga pants.
god.
How did y'all just find out about yoga pants? They're called flare pants because look, they flare and they're so soft and comfortable and like flexible and stretchy. And I'm like, if y'all took a yoga class, you would already know this information. But okay.
I mean, I've seen those videos of was it parents handing their kids a phone, like a landline,
With
to
the
hang
rotor
up?
dial?
Yeah. Or try to dial up, yeah. Or like try to hang it up, and they're looking at it like, what?
Yeah, they're like, why is there buttons on here? Why is there a wire? It's like, dude, I'm sorry, no.
Goodness, is this how boomers felt about us at one point? At some point, look at these kids with all their interwebs.
Yeah.
Y'all have it so easy nowadays with your cellular device with a screen.
Yeah, back in my days, we had to go to the actually, we did have to go to the library.
We did.
We did.
Even the library had started when it started having computers. You had to like have a card or like pay for like an hour to use it or something like that.
Oh my goodness.
And I get like how my parents feel.
I know. I think we're just at that age, that point now.
we're at that age now. It makes sense.
There's this guy I work with, and he's a new guy, and he's 29, and we were like relating to each other about like music and stuff, and we were talking about it and like old TV shows and stuff and movies. And he was like, "Wait, what year were you born?" I was like, 97. And he was like, "Oh, so you're a fake 90s baby." And I was like, I was like, "No, I'm a 90s baby, technically." And he was like, "Nah, you're a fake 90s baby." And I was like, "Listen, bitch, if you grew up poor, the 90s lasted until 2003. So I don't want to hear it."
Dang. Did this guy also fail math like the rest of us? If he doesn't know that 97 is still in the 90s? Or... Wait, does that... When is the cutoff for Zoomers? Zoomers? Is it 97? Is Weezy?
Yeah, I think it was 90s. At least my sister, she's born in 92. She's like, I'm a millennial, and you're a Gen... Like, she made it sound like it was some kind of special thing to be a millennial. So, like, I think minimum age for millennials now is, like, 29, 30-ish. So if you're younger than that, you're technically a Zoomer. You're Gen Z.
Fuck it. I'm not even gonna claim millennial or whatever. I'm just gonna say late 1900s, baby.
I'll be like, I hate it when like they
old.
say that too. It does, and like freaking sometimes when I hear like them talking about like what shows are good, I hate hearing them be like, I like Teen Titans Go. I'm like, y'all don't even know.
Oh my
you don't
god.
even know. How dare you disrespect them like this?
The Avatar: The Last Airbender movie was so good.
No. That's so infuriating to me. I'm like, stop talking. Stop. Don't even breathe anymore at this point. You just
Dude, I
You're
was
not gonna disrespect my childhood like this. I'm not about to have it. I swear to God.
I was in 7th grade when that came out, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was so good. I miss watching those shows for the first time and waiting for like the new episodes to air. Though technically, if it would like be released now, I'm pretty sure it'd be like on Netflix, and you get the whole season free. Well, free-ish. You still have to pay for the streaming service, but
Yeah.
you can binge the whole thing.
I think they still have Atla and Korra on Netflix right now in the US.
I still haven't watched Korra. I started it, but I got bored of it. Gave me
Oh.
Wattpad vibes.
Oh.
Well, at least I don't know how many episodes the first season had, but like however many episodes before like Korra met the masked dude. I forgot what his name is. I know what his name is, but like I also don't because I don't bother to remember it.
Amon.
Like, yeah, him. Like I think it was like the first time that she met him, or like maybe the second time or whatever. And like I don't know, the whole time I was like, what am I getting here? I don't understand. I mean, that's obviously like I have to watch this show to probably get more. But like with the little information I had, I was just so frustrated with Korra. I was like, you're so annoying. I'm like, just for a second, stop being hot-headed and just think for like just 2 seconds, girl. Just give me 2 seconds of brain power, okay? Sometimes she would just run in, and I'm like, even your friends are saying, "Hey, hold up, just real quick, 5 seconds. That's it. Just so we could communicate. Just that's it. That's all we need." And then like I found out like the ending for the show, and I was like, they decided to just destroy everything else.
Maybe you should get a SparkNote version. Yeah.
I don't know. I watched somebody like talk about it. Was an hour-long YouTube video. I don't know how I sat through it, but I did. And they talked about the whole show. And all I remembered was like the finale ending, and I was like, obviously again, because I didn't watch the show, so like I don't feel the same way, but like for me, I was just pissed. I was like, I went and had all that emotional trauma watching the original series just to get this in the new one.
Aww.
So like I know everyone acts the same way when I say that. It was like I have to watch it, but like I can't get myself to watch it now that I know how it ended, because I just want to be upset and not know. Instead of like know and then maybe not be as upset, but like I can't do that. I have to give the show like what it deserves, but like I want to be mad. It's hard.
It's okay. I mean, it'll be there. Are they doing a third?
I heard that they were, because well, at least, you know, people that are fans of even like outside the show, like the comics and all that, they said that the new Avatar, that whether they make a show or not, I don't know if they'll continue it in the series, is supposed to be, like the order goes, I believe it's supposed to be like an earthbender. So if they did do it, we'd be getting an earthbender Avatar. Well, not an earthbender, but they would be from like, you know, the earth.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw, what was it? And I don't think it's real. I think it was just one of those rumor things that floated around Twitter for a bit, or Reddit. They were saying earthbenders as the next Avatar, but earthbenders plural. I think they were saying, yeah, like twins or something.
Oh, that'd be really cool. You know, I mean, it could make sense with like technically how like the show did end, because like at this point anything could happen, since like it's a fresh new start.
Yeah,
that'd be really interesting. Oh, like give us like a Star Wars like reference there. You know, the twins.
Yeah. Oh, dang.
One's good, one's bad. Then they end up being good together.
Fusion to be the Avatar. Avatar state. Yep.
Oh, I was so happy when I found out that Sky Bisons came back. I was so sad. I was like, Appa's gonna be alone. He's gonna never have a family. And then like, no, he's fine. We got you guys. Don't worry. I was like, thank God. I'm like seeing the little baby Sky. Oh, they were so cute. Oh my God. I wanted one. I was like, give me that. Don't give me a polar bear dog. Give me a Sky Bison. Let me have my own Appa. Let me say yip. Teach me.
Oh, dang. For those of you who are in the audio and not on the Twitch, I guess, live stream of this, chat is saying Fusion to be the Avatar, Captain Planet, 4 Benders Fuse to be the Avatar. Oh my goodness.
That would be so. You know what? I would love for that kind of crossover to happen. It doesn't make any sense. Why would Power Rangers be an Avatar? But I'd be 100% here for it. Like, otherworldly monsters invading their world, and they have to fight using powers. I get it. I'm here for it. I'll accept it. I don't know how they'll make it make sense, but I could take it.
I mean, so long as M. Night Shyamalan doesn't have a scene, I think it should be okay.
M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
As long as he just stays to live action movies like he has been, I agree. Just don't touch anything animated anymore. Just watch. Support that way. Support. Or minimum, just pay for it. Don't be a director. Be like a producer. Like, here's dollars. Do your thing. I'll take that.
Dang. You know, it was a good rendition, I guess, of a book or whatever, any other thing into a live action movie. Dune. Dune was actually pretty good.
I heard, yeah.
Dune was
I've never read the
good.
books. So
Me either.
know.
I'm on page 2.
Let's go!
Yeah, past the table of contents. Let's go.
You even got past the author's little note.
I did. I honestly skipped it, but still here on page 2 nonetheless.
Yeah, I heard that it was really good, but kind of literally for anyone who doesn't know about the series or whatever, it'll probably be boring to watch, at least for the first hour before it gets into the actual story. But I was like, you know what? If they took the time to really adapt the actual book and give it a whole hour of exposition as if it was the book, I'm okay with that, because I prefer when people follow the book or the series that they're redoing, not to a T, but as close as possible, because then you're giving the story. You're not just making stuff up. Freaking M. Night, he just changed their names. He made them white. Pissed about that. I was that makes any sense.
Sokka. Just kidding.
Yeah, but Katara was still Katara, but no, everyone else. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, which is why I do like that a lot of studios or producers or whoever makes stuff, for adaptations, they started going with the series route on streaming platforms. That I wish they did that with Dune, just so they could have taken a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But I feel like they still did a really good job. What is it? A 2-hour movie, or 2 hour 30 minutes or something? But I'll come back to me after I get past page 2.
We're gonna get a Flancy's tell-all review of Dune.
Yeah,
book 1.
Yeah. Yes, but no, I do like that some people are gearing more towards the series route to tell a story of a book adaptation than just glomping it all into a 2 hour and 30-minute thing. But like I said, they did a pretty good job for Dune.
Nice. I like that. Good for them. I'm happy for fans.
So,
sorry, Weezy, what did you have for the podcast?
I was gonna roll into the next topic, but since we're talking about shows and TV and stuff, I started rewatching the Matrix trilogy to prepare for the 4th movie that's coming out. Matrix Resurrection.
Wait, they are making? That's real?
Yeah, that's real. There's trailers out and everything.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on TV, but I saw it once, and I thought it was supposed to be for an ad for something else, because I ended up changing it really quick. Probably a bad idea, but okay.
When does the new one come?
Huh?
When does the new one come out? Sorry, I'm still eating my granola. When does the new one?
I forget the exact release date, but I was just watching the Matrix movies recently, and I also finished watching the I think it's the series finale, but they didn't say. It's just season 3 of this British Netflix show that I watch called Sex Education. It's really good.
Oh yeah, people talked about that show too.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I watched the first
supposed to be
season,
really
and then
good.
I've been watching it ever since it first came out.
Yeah, I think that one and There was another one that I heard. Forgot what it was called. It was like a cartoon version similar to like Sex Education. Somewhat. The people were saying that was good. I think it was on Hulu though. I don't remember the name.
It wasn't Big Mouth, was it?
Yes, actually, yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it was that. I hadn't watched the show, but like when people were talking about Sex Education, they're like, if you like this show, then you would definitely like this show, even though it's animated. So we never, you never know.
I don't know. I tried watching Big Mouth. I couldn't get into it. I mean, the raunchiness was there, but like, I don't know. I watched Sex Education because like it's like a drama comedy too, so you can laugh along with keeping up with like dramedy. So you can like keep up with crazy cool character development and shit. I don't know. It's just cool like seeing where these characters like started out like in season 1, and like they're really long episodes, like hour-long episodes. So it's just like a lot of shit can happen in one episode, and there's like 8 or 9 episodes like in a season. So it's just a lot that was going on throughout all these seasons.
Yeah. I honestly have not seen Game of Thrones yet.
Oh, don't hurt yourself like that. Don't do it.
Okay.
What? No, okay, I'll be fair.
Honestly, read the books if you want. Read the books first. So that way, at least you can understand like 5% of why people were mad. I haven't read the books, but I did watch a lot of people that like the series talk about it, and even like watched interviews of like Martin talking about it. So it was just
if you're
last season, you could tell that the brothers didn't know how to finish. You could tell like after, I think it's like season 3, that they ran out of material because they weren't necessarily going book by book per season. They were kind of just mushing all the books together and then just flowing them into each other. So you could tell, like, I think after season 3 that they were kind of running out of actual story because it starts to change in like the way a lot of characters deal with stuff from how they used to deal with the stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
it is good. Just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah,
though.
just watch up to like season 5 or 6.
Oh,
it'll be good. Call it a day.
I mean, unless you want to finish it all the way through, then yeah. But
we'll see. I mean, I'd like to say I can read the books, but I'm on page 2 of Dune for the past week, so it might be a bit. But yeah, I mean,
a hot second.
Yeah, it'll take a while. So we'll see if I eventually do it.
All right. Well, on that note, since we're on television, I'll roll into the next topic. And this is another question. What's the saddest movie you've ever seen?
Like sad as in because it was on purpose for the content, or sad because they ruined Avatar: The Last Airbender?
That definitely goes number 1.
I'm gonna say sad for
emotion.
Yeah.
Okay. Then let me. I don't have a quick answer for this one, so let me think of it. Saddest?
Honestly, I can't think of one. And like, if I do, it might just be like an animated film. But even then, it's been a while, so I don't know if I'll feel the same. But I know it takes a lot for me to start to feel like I'll feel emotional for a lot of characters, but like you have to give me a lot for me to get super like I can sound invested, but that doesn't mean I am invested. So you have to I feel like you have to write the story and the character really well to like make me feel bad and be like, wow, I can't relate 100%, but I relate to this person regardless.
Yeah. I can't think of like a saddest movie, but I could think of sad parts in a movie that made me like tear up and cry. Does that count?
Sure. Go for it.
Okay. Then in that case, Coco got me pretty recently.
I still haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen it? Dude,
nope.
Get with the program, my guy. Watch it. Well, I mean, it's animated. Do you like Disney? I know a lot of people don't like Disney.
I like some Disney. I'm very picky about Disney. Like
Okay.
some Disney bores me,
Coco.
some Disney's I think they do it very well.
Coco is beautiful.
Honestly, yeah.
And they're coming. Sorry, go
They
ahead.
did a. Oh no, I was gonna say like if you like seeing, um, movies from like Disney that actually, to some extent, get a culture right. I do definitely believe, and like a lot of people wrote articles about it. I don't know if they still feel the same way, but they definitely got. At least it felt very. You can feel how much they gave the appreciation and love to Mexico for their culture in the movie, down to even the music too, because the music, it does sound Hispanic, but it still feels like it's from them, without it obviously being from them, because they make their own songs.
Yeah, the Hispanic community is getting more love for Disney. There's another
I
um,
know.
movie coming out. I forget what it's called. What's it called?
I'm gonna have to look it up.
I know what you're talking about. I forgot too. I forgot what it's called. It's really cute though.
It's called
Encanto?
Encanto.
Encanto?
Encanto.
Encanto?
Encanto.
Encanto.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's another Hispanic Disney movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
I saw
I'm
the
excited.
preview for it.
Was it cute? The preview?
It's so cute. You should watch it. You haven't seen the trailer for it? It's really cute. You should watch it.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel
after
Miranda's
this, or
in
like
it.
even now, it's really
Lin-Manuel
It-
Miranda's in it!
Yep.
It looks really cute and it's so vibrant and colorful like Coco. Like if you
Stephanie
like Coco,
Beatriz.
I hope this movie will be just as good because it looks amazing.
I hope so.
And it has music everywhere. I love it.
Ooh. Oh, of
I
course,
think
it's
though-
Lin-Manuel Miranda's in it! Yes!
I think I could be wrong. I'd have to like watch the trailer again, but I think it's Brazilian. I could be
Huh.
wrong. I definitely think I might be wrong, but I believe it was.
Okay. I hope it's good. I felt a little disappointed with Luca, the one that recently came out for
Luca.
Disney Pixar. Yeah. See, if nobody's going off about it, then have you not seen it?
I've heard. Watched. I do it a lot. I'll
Fish
like
Boy?
now. I don't really watch movies. I watch people talk
Yeah.
about movies. If I know I'm not gonna watch it or it didn't interest me enough to watch it, so like I know about it.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I'm the type of person where I grew up with Disney and Pixar, so
Mhm.
I'll watch it just because of that association in a way. But there are a few that just leave me a little disappointed, and Luca was one of them. But I do know of one, well, in my opinion, that I think is super underrated that not a lot of people talk about. The Good Dinosaur. Have y'all seen
I
that at
heard
least?
people
I have
saying
not seen that.
No. My little cousin though
Dude.
was obsessed with it for like God knows how long ever since it came
Yeah.
out.
It's super underrated. Like I feel like a big part about why it was underrated is because it came out around the same time as Inside Out, and that
Mhm.
one did really well. But The
Yeah.
Good Dinosaur, if you haven't seen it yet, it was beautiful.
Does
so
it
if
tug
you
on the
Yeah.
heartstrings?
it does, and there's a scene that was so funny in the beginning that I thought about it at the end of the movie when something really sad was happening, and I was sort of laughing in
Aw.
the theater. I felt bad.
That's probably why like it didn't get the recognition you're talking about, because Inside Out was super emotional and it it was
Yeah.
very mature while still being able to give kids an understanding of what they might be feeling.
Yeah. So if
Uh,
had the timing been better, I feel like Good Dinosaur would have done a lot better. But if you're the type to play video games for the environment and how beautiful just like the backgrounds are even and like the vastness of the world, The Good Dinosaur should be on your list
I'll
if
have
you
to
do
check
enjoy
that out
that.
then.
Mhm. It was, yeah. And if you liked The Land Before Time, for those who were born in the late 1900s, then it might be a little
us
nostalgic.
geezers with our 2D drawn
Geese.
movies.
Yeah. Goomba is a good dinosaur. Barney, no.
Barney creeps the heck out of me.
Fuck Barney.
I-
All right, moving on.
Littlefoot.
Oh, poor Ducky and her actress.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the saddest movie I have ever seen was Simon Birch.
What's that?
It is a movie from 1998, and it
Late
has
1900s.
actually I don't no Jim Carrey was in it. He had a role in it,
Oh.
but he wasn't like the star or anything.
Mm.
It was basically about this like little disabled boy who had this older brother that he looked up to. But I guess his older brother was kind of a shithead in a couple of ways. It wasn't like total shithead, but the little brother like really looked up to him and shit, and drama happens, and then spoiler alert, the movie's been out for like 20 years, but the little kid ends up dying in the end.
Damn.
Why? Well, I mean, okay, I don't know if anybody else. I don't mind spoilers.
I probably am not gonna watch it, so that's fine. And my memory is bad, so that's fine.
If you want a real tearjerker, that's a movie. That's a movie right there. Simon Birch.
Dang. I feel like animated movies make me cry more than live action movies.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Like, I feel like... Go ahead, Erly.
No, I was gonna say I could see how she would say that because you like Disney, so I got that.
Yes, it's just especially just the whole structure for Disney movies and Pixar movies. It's the first 10 minutes you'll probably cry because one of the parents always dies or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
or they give you an emotional beginning.
Yep, exactly. Damn, even Inside Out, they had some sad moments in that.
Even though it was like it was her subconscious that like we were being we were feeling bad for her brain and her separately, and like that doesn't make sense, but it made sense.
Bing bong.
Oh, Bing was stuck. Oh my god. I was so pissed that he got stuck down there. I was like, no, I'm sorry. He could have made it. This is a whole entire Titanic situation all over again. He could have survived. He would have been fine.
Uh-huh. They did him dirty. But
they did
damn
so
it.
dirty. They didn't want him. They were like, no, we need to make him cry now because we're in, we're down here.
Yeah, they're like, we'll make them cry, and then Disney was like, we'll make them cry, and then they'll want to buy all the plushies of Bing Bong.
They'll want to buy all the plushies.
Yeah. Damn it, Disney.
Disney knows so bad. I will say though, like, I definitely agree, because I could see like a person cry, like, okay, this is probably not the best movie to use, but like everyone knows Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I used to feel a little emotional about it, but I for sure laughed at points that I should not be laughing at. And I did feel bad. But, like, if the same thing happened in an animated movie, I feel like I would have cared more. But I laugh. And that movie, technically, there's a lot of funny moments, but, like, the moments that weren't funny, I found very funny. Because I couldn't feel bad for a lot of the characters. I don't know. Maybe I'm just mean. But, like, I couldn't take it as seriously as, like, they wanted me to. And they had the music and everything. The music in that movie is amazing. It's beautiful. You feel it with the scene. They build it up really well, but like, I don't know, I guess because I went back and watched it and I really like paid attention to the story.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually not that great of a story. Or at least, okay, the story is great, but like the characters in it, they're not so great.
You don't like the character arc of Lieutenant Dan?
He's still an asshole at the end of the day, so like, yeah, he got better, but it doesn't change. He's still a dick. He's a dick who is, unfortunately, now he doesn't have legs. Like, and then the girl, like, she got clean, but like I think that did end up affecting the kid to an extent. And like, I'm not saying that it's a thing that happens all the time, but like her reasoning for doing it was for Forrest, and it's like this whole entire time this dude's been here for you, so why did it take you so long? It was really just because, like, oh, now I have a kid, that's why. And it's, like, good, but also, he ran across the whole country after, like, he had one moment where, like, he couldn't handle something, and then He ended up, moving the whole country just because he decided to go for a run to clear his mind. There's like a lot of moments where like that I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be emotional and be like, wow, he's really going through it, but it's like, why is he running so long though? Go home. I know, no, I know it's explained. That's my point though. Like, I couldn't after a certain, because I rewatched again recently. I'm just saying, when I was younger, I felt emotional. It did get me, but like rewatching a lot of movies, I talk out loud now. Isn't I mean, I'm by myself most times, so it's fine. But if I'm with people, I'll try and like stop myself. But like, I can't help myself from rewatching a movie, and then I hear or I see a thing, and I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like, just go home. He said it too, like after a while, like of him running, he finally cleared his mind, but it was like, but he just kept running because he was already running. Okay, so run home. But he didn't. He just kept running. It was just weird. I didn't like that. I liked it, but I didn't like it as soon as I watched it again. That's just it.
I don't think it's supposed to make sense. I think it's supposed to be symbolic.
But yeah, that obviously. But I'm just saying that, like, story-wise, like storytelling-wise, he already got to the point where he needed to like, obviously for himself as the character, clear his head or whatever. But like, I don't know. It's just a lot. I can't rewatch movies a lot of the time now without questioning a lot of stuff or laughing at points that I shouldn't be, because I don't take it as seriously anymore because I already know what happens. So if I haven't seen it, I might take it more seriously. I don't know. I have to see a movie that I haven't seen yet to like really figure that out.
Lane's banned from movie theaters.
I don't talk in movie theaters unless like it's like, unless other people are already talking. If I hear other people talking, then I'll talk. But otherwise, I'm quiet. I know how to be quiet. But like if I'm at home, I don't. I know it's annoying, but I don't shut up by myself because I'm watching it by myself. But like if I'm with people, I definitely do a lot better at being quiet, especially if you haven't seen the movie. But like in my head, oh my god, I'm going off.
Have you been to one of those theater screenings where they're showing an old movie and they're like actually encouraging interactions and people in the audience to actually speak up and stuff like that as the movie is going on? So one that comes to mind is in October there are some theaters that play Rocky Horror Picture Show, and they actually have live actors go on stage in front of the screen and act it out too.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh.
Yeah. So they do things like that, but they, for those who haven't gone to any of those kinds of performances, they're, I guess, considered virgins in a way. And so it's so interactive where they actually take lipstick and stuff like that, write virgin on your forehead, and like give you some survival kits to throw at the theater or to throw at the screen and all of that.
Oh.
So if y'all haven't done anything like that, I think it's, well, we'll see with COVID, but it's
Everyone's
definitely
sitting a
fun.
good distance.
Yeah, social distance, but we could throw popcorn from all the way back here. It's fine.
Oh, that sounds like so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cute. I mean, pick a good movie. That's a good movie to, be interactive with.
Yeah, I know they do it for that one, and then another one called The Room or something like that. I personally haven't done The Room, but Rocky Horror is usually good go to. Mm-hmm.
I wanna look.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know we just missed it since Halloween just passed, but it's okay for next year. Easy, what you have for us?
Next topic.
Yeah, throw us in there.
All right. What is your guiding philosophy these days?
Elaborate.
like when you're having like a rough day and like, you're like down on your luck, like what's something you keep telling yourself to try and keep you from like getting super down?
So broad. I I mean, I guess one of the typical things I say to myself is one step at a time kind of deal. But I don't I don't know. I'm just thinking very generally.
Deeper than Floop's voice.
Deeper than Floop's voice. Erlene, you got something? I mean, I'd
Sorry,
like to
I'm
say
here.
that's okay.
Oh, you can keep going.
Oh.
I mean, it's not like I'm back here and let me like look. Sorry, Flancy, you can keep going. Sorry.
It's okay.
That's why I came, and you will.
I'd like to say that I'd like to just sing that "Don't worry about a thing," as every little thing is gonna be all right. I'm not gonna sing it because DMCA's or whatever, but I can't sing that song anymore because I Am Legend fucked that up for me.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's like anytime I sing that song, I have to do it crying now. Don't worry about a thing.
Every
Yeah.
little thing is gonna be alright.
How about you, Weezy?
My guiding philosophy these days, granted, I'm not a philosopher, but like, I guess along the same lines as you, like one step at a time. Because, like I said before, like I live a simple life. I try not to take too much on unless I know I can handle it.
Yeah.
I Am Legend was a sad movie.
It was. I guess guiding philosophy lately, especially how we mentioned earlier in this show, recording or podcast, whatever you want to call it, when we were talking about keeping things simple and how lately I've been more introverted. I feel like it has to do with a sort of guiding philosophy that I've been honing in on, and it's just focusing on what truly is important to me. And right now, that's just keeping my family safe and making sure we're setting ourselves up for good things in the future. So I guess my guiding philosophy at the moment, when things get tough or sad, is, just doing what's right for what matters for my family. So I guess that's what I'm currently doing.
Yeah, I've been. When I moved out, I kind of like. I didn't move out with like two middle fingers in the air. I was just like, alright, I'm leaving. And then they were like, okay. So, and then like, I would go like months or so without talking to them. Not because I was mad at them or anything. It's just like. I've said this before. Like, I think if me and my family weren't related, we probably wouldn't be friends either. Because we're just completely different people. But like I've as of lately, like this year and last year, I've been trying to like go out of my way to spend more time with my family. Because I don't know, something's telling me that like I noticed my parents are getting older, and like my dad he acts differently all the time. But like he's doing like older people things now, and I'm just like, oh God. I just feel like I gotta spend more time with like my mom, my dad, my sisters, because they're all grown up now. I think I told you guys in the Discord the other day. My youngest sister just got her driver's license, and she got her first car, and she's driving now, which is insane to me. Because I was a little fucking scoundrel when I was 16.
Okay.
Cannot believe it.
Do you ever do that? Okay, who else has this in their brainicle? And for those of you who don't know what a brainicle is, it's a scientific term for brain.
Very scientific.
Yeah, very scientific. Science. But okay, so when you think about your parents now not living with them, how old do you imagine them when you think about them? Do you still see them as their younger selves? And then when you see them in person, you're like, damn.
I mean, no.
Maybe little cousins too, or something like that.
I like remembering times in my life when my parents were like younger. like I always talk about like that era of my dad when he had long hair and a motorcycle and he worked in DC and I thought he was like the coolest fucking dude ever. And then he like cut his hair and got a Prius and stuff and he just started acting different. And it's just I figure that's just like part of growing up and getting older. It's just you get and just being human. You go through phases. Everybody goes through phases. Like some people just stay the same, like static most of their lives, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Like people change. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But like I see my dad how he is now.
So yeah, the reason I ask that is whenever I think of, well, not only my parents, but when I think of my younger cousins, I still envision them as their like preteen selves when they're definitely way into their mid-20s.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah. And so when I think about them, I still have that like braces, awkward like clothes, being in the mid 90s and all, or not mid 90s. Oh damn, I'm getting older.
You just aged
Like-
yourself. God damn.
she went from late 1900s
Fuck.
to mid 1900s.
I mean, Gooms, when was I born? What year did we establish I was born? Was it like
1870 something.
1872 or something like that?
You're close to my mom's age. You're over 50. God damn.
Wait, 1872?
Oh, 18. I thought you said 19.
Even older.
Super
I'm still going.
156 or something.
That's my fault. I heard 19 and I'm like, you're 50? Okay.
I'm just Benjamin Button. That's why I'm so tiny.
1873.
Yeah, 1873. Yeah, that's when I was truly born. Sebastian,
You're a vampire.
Oh yeah. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. I sparkle in the sunlight.
Oh. You don't have to even wear highlighter at this point. Your makeup's already done. All you gotta do is put like
shit.
a little concealer.
Right. Glow up all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You can play sports in the freaking rain.
Mm-hmm. I'm a shimmer. I'm gonna blind them with my glowing.
Literally, that movie, that whole series didn't make no sense.
That's one of the good examples of the book is better than the movies.
I mean, the way they wrote it, I didn't imagine them glittery. And she's like, he sparkled like a diamond. I literally felt like she meant like he looked kind of like a diamond itself, where it was reflective, and he was just like that. Not like my guy fell into like some old
Bath bomb.
Yeah, like he fell into like, I don't know, like he went into a rave club and just came out of it, and he's just like, I couldn't get it all off. He was just glittery. It was EDM, whatever. Like he walked through a parade or something. Like,
That's funny. You know, I mean, I know a lot of people shit on the Twilight Saga or the movies more so, but if you think about it, and they talk about how awkward like Bella and just all of the kids are in that movie, but weren't we also super awkward in high school? Just thinking about it. So I feel like they're spot on.
Okay, but like we didn't have the personality of a jellyfish. Okay, Bella had no, like, the girl reacted to nothing. Like, where's the person? Like, she didn't have any likes or dislikes. The only thing that she knew that she liked was Edward. The only thing she didn't dislike was when Edward was gone. That's not a personality. She's just a fish.
Man.
I don't know, like, you know, I feel like we're not giving those people enough credit here. Like, I'm pretty sure you had a better, you know, personality in high school besides being, you know, awkward. Like, all of her friends around her had a personality, albeit very awkward. You could tell that they were being high schoolers. But, like, she's just air. She's like what I imagine air to be. She just exists.
I was too busy to to be a teenager.
I was too busy getting my honors.
I know, I was too busy with all the extra like literally my schedule back in high school was I had a class starting at 6:30 and then my last
In the
class
morning?
was at 6:30
What
in
the
the
fuck?
morning. So that was
Damn.
0 period. And then I had my 7th period ending at 3:30. And then I had sports and I had theater and club activities to
Oh.
yeah.
God
So
damn.
I was pretty much too busy to be a teenager.
Wait,
I was trying to escape it.
did you take the bus?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I was
Yeah.
like, you're freaking. You started later than that. You started around the same time I did, but then I was like, wait, but I took a bus, so I had to get up way earlier.
Oh damn.
I mean,
Were you like one of the first to get picked up? Or
I was like maybe like third or fourth, so like I didn't have to
Oh.
wake up super early, but my classes started around the same time too.
Mm-mm.
We had a little bit of like time before we actually started class, so it was like a little like while everyone's getting to school, just in case maybe there's some kid that's late or whatever.
Mhm.
We had that, but like I was just thinking, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Sebastian was the first stop in the morning. What time did they pick you up?
I'm lucky.
He gets first dibs.
Yeah. I mean, he also has to sit in the bus longer.
Yeah, it's fine. He lived. Just after 6 a.m. Damn. Yeah, morning crew.
Ooh, yeah.
You
The
walked to
struggle's
school?
real.
Jordan said he walked to school. Did you have to walk 3 miles barefoot in the snow to school?
Uphill
Back in your days?
in the winter.
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, man.
That sounds
Sorry.
rough.
Sorry, Wheezy. What question were we on?
What
Oh,
were
I
we
mean,
talking about?
I know.
started it with, what's your guiding philosophy these days?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, you guys already talked about that.
Yeah. So what's
Um,
Oh, wait, unless Erlynbebe, did you have?
I was gonna say money. I've always been motivated by stuff.
God.
My love language is gift giving, preferably to me. You give me
Mhm.
gifts, but I like to give gifts too. I like money. Anything that I do, I will ask most of the time if I'm gonna get some kind of payment out of it.
Erlene's gonna marry someone rich.
It takes a lot of time and energy though to find where the rich dudes are. So maybe, probably not. I don't know. Here's to me putting it out there. Putting it into the universe, the energy, all that. I had a mood board for it at one point, but
So-
it's a lot of it's so much work.
If there's
But-
any Oilers in chat, hit up Erlene. Any Oilers?
Yeah,
in the chat?
honestly, I'm okay with it. I don't want kids, so I'm not concerned about any of that. So, my family will be full of animals.
Birds.
Those are my children.
I feel it. I'm gonna have a whole ass sled team.
All right.
Oh, that'd be so great. You don't even have to bother like taking a car. You save money on gas. Just everywhere you go, just take the dogs.
That's true. All right. I guess, hey, Wheezy, my new guiding philosophy. I'm gonna have a sled team, move to Alaska, start a delivery service with my sled team.
I was gonna save this topic for the.
are gonna be the lead dogs.
I was gonna save this topic for the last one, but since it kind of fits right here, this is a scenario. You're given $100,000 to start a business. What will you do?
Start a business?
Yes,
Wait, 100,000?
100,000.
Did I get it from
That's not
Squid
enough to buy a
Games?
building for a business.
Did I win it through Squid Games?
Oh, that's dangerous. I don't know if you want it that way.
Build a backyard school.
Well, that's a little suspicious.
I'm like, is Wheezy trying to gather a list?
It's blood money.
Yeah. Let's see. $100,000. US dollars?
U.S. dollars. There's a
US
U.S. dollar
dollars.
sign next to it.
Okay. How old am I when I win this? Is it like now?
Whatever age you want to be, I guess.
Let's do it now. Okay. What kind of business do I start? Wait, I have a business idea, but I don't want to say it because I feel like it's that good of an idea that if somebody steals it, they're gonna succeed and I'm gonna be sad. And then I'm gonna make a sad
genre,
movie.
then. Like the theme of it. Like, what's the theme Like the realm that it lands in, then.
It
Like
Just don't say
I
it. Say
can't-
something else.
or retail, amusement park. I don't know, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like entertainment.
it's
Very
like-
simple. You're not giving anything away.
it's fitness related.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got fitness.
Yeah, it's fitness related.
I like
But-
it. I like it.
I can't give up too much details,
Mm-hmm.
but
Oh yeah, that's okay. Don't.
yeah. But yeah, I'll put it into that. It's a business model that I feel would do really well in the city I'm currently into. So if I were to have $100,000 like right now, then best believe I would start that right now.
Oh.
hmm
Would you start it like from your house and use the money like save it and build it up more, or just use it right away to just get a building and a staff and all that?
Yeah, so it's something that I would have to. It would have to be a physical location. So I would have to put money into getting an actual spot
Oh, okay.
for this
Okay.
fitness venture. Yeah.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I know I can't leak it yet, but if /1 eventually happens, somebody just throw $100,000 my way and you'll find out.
Yeah, just, you know, be a business partner. You know what? Invest. Don't even be a partner. We don't know if you're worth partnering. But
Invest in us.
invest in Flancy, okay?
Yes.
Don't be
Otherwise,
very picky.
yeah. Otherwise, my throwaway answer, not really throwaway, it'll be a pass along answer, would be investing it in Miko to make, what is it? EBT, even better Twitch.
Even better Twitch.
I
We're-
like
we're-
it. I like
yeah.
it.
We're working on the acronym mainly because when we say, those 3 letters, you don't really think about even better Twitch, but yeah,
Yeah, I
it's a
didn't
work
think
in
that when
progress.
I heard it.
Nobody does. Shout out to
A
Miko.
little suspicious.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, Wheezy, what would you do with that 100K?
See, I do the if it was just specifically for a business, I would probably just do the basic thing and just start a Chinese buffet in
Ooh.
Delaware.
Yes.
Because I always
Nice.
I love going to like the atmosphere of like Chinese buffets. There's
Dude.
not like specific Chinese food everywhere. I know they got
Yeah.
this really good sushi guy at this place that I've been going to past couple years
Like
with my dad.
hibachi?
No, it's not like hibachi because they don't cook the food in front of you. There's just a guy that rolls sushi at this like stand, and then there's like little booths like a regular buffet that have like different kinds of food there.
Is that same place where you got like 3 plates of dumplings?
Yes.
Hot stickers or so? Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
that
Yeah,
sounds
load up.
great.
Buffets are great.
Just free dumplings.
I'd own one just so I can walk in and eat for free and then leave.
Nice.
Oh, that's definitely great. That sounds nice.
Did y'all growing up have to pretend to be younger than you actually were just to get the kids menu?
Yeah.
Or like the kids buffet?
I couldn't because I always looked old.
Get the like the $5 off a ticket or something. You have a free dinner or something like that because kids are half off.
It's like the cutoff is what, 12 years old, but you're
Yeah.
like a 16-year-old or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, these poor kids, they don't even know.
Yeah.
I wonder if they still have to deal with that. I wonder if like there probably are like, parents now, like the younger like our generation having kids or whatever.
Hey, I still do. No, I'm kidding.
You could probably get away with it.
I know. Just
like
come
he's-
in, no makeup.
He's 5. Squeeze his arm, right?
Tell them you're 5. Tell them your birth year. It's like, I don't freaking know what that year would be. I only know my year.
Dang. And if the host like pushes back and tries to give me a hard time, I'll be like, "What? Were you born in the late 1900s or something?" I'll just distract
throw
them.
Gen Z at them. Just be like,
Yes.
yeah, you're not
Oh.
as young as I am.
Yeah. I'll channel my inner Zoomer if I have any. If any. I made a mistake of putting my soju right next to my water because they're both clear.
Uh,
I think this is my water.
double shot.
Yeah, okay, this is water. It's fine. Question?
So I guess the last question would be, and this is one that I asked this to a lot of people. If you could meet anyone dead or alive, who would it be?
If I could be or meet?
Be dead or alive? If I could be dead or alive, who would I be?
Okay, maybe I accidentally drank from the soju instead of my water. Oops, no, I'm kidding. Huh. If I could meet anyone dead or alive. I have been asked this question before. I would like to meet an older relative of mine, if possible, as
Someone
their
you know
younger
or
self.
just anyone?
Probably past my grandparents, just so I can, I guess, pick their brains on what actually happened ancestrally, I guess.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just growing up. So my family was from the Philippines, and I was the only one in my family who was born in America. And
Oh, okay.
so being a Filipino American has caused a lot of identity issues for myself per se growing up. So pretty much growing up in America, I felt like I was either not American enough, and then going back to the Philippines, I always felt like I wasn't Filipino enough. And so I honestly don't know how to speak the language. I don't know how to understand it either. And I just don't know my culture and history as much as I want. And so I would like to actually hear what our, I guess, family's history is to get a better idea of my identity. So I would try to choose maybe like a great grandparent or something. That would be cool. Or a great grandparent. How about y'all?
Honestly, I don't have anyone. I don't know if that sounds weird. I don't have anyone I care enough to like know like that. Maybe a murderer. I don't know.
To know if they actually
like
did.
like a serial killer. Like, tell me the
There's
truth.
nobody in history.
You know what?
There's nobody in history that interests you at all.
No, not really. I learned about him.
Jesus
I don't.
Christ.
I mean, whether like what I learned was the truth or not doesn't really matter to me entirely. It's not like a major for me. It's not super relevant for me, at least at the moment. I mean.
Wait, he said dead or alive. Is there anyone you want to meet who's alive?
No, there's no one.
Damn.
I don't. I've never had like an idol or someone I looked up to like that. Like, I know people are like, I look up to my parents, but like that's like to some extent, at least to me, that kind of feels like a given. Obviously, depending on your relationship with your parents, it's not. That doesn't mean that it's a that's how it is for everyone. It's not gonna be like that for everyone, unfortunately. But if that's how you feel, it's how you feel. But like, I've never really cared enough to know other people unless I was interested, and if I was, I'd Google it.
Okay, Erlene, I got you. Is there an animated character?
That list is too long. You can't ask me that question. That's rude. Why would you ask me that? You're just trying to start. You're gonna start like a war or something. Like if they found out that I like them and they're like, I thought you said I was your favorite. Oh, now you ruined it. Now I'm in trouble.
Erlene, they're fictional. It's okay.
No, it's not. They're not just fictional. They're like important. Okay, they're people.
Okay,
if I got stuck in
my
their
bad.
world, then I got stuck in the world. That's it. That the world's alive to me.
Okay, what video game or movie or show or whatever would you want to be part of the world of? That's English. Yes, it was English.
It was close enough. You know what? English
Close
don't
enough.
even make any sense. You could say had and it's a sentence. It's okay.
Yeah. You know what I meant.
I got you. Oh, it's kind of hard. Cause like, I don't like not having I want to say at least Wi-Fi minimum, but I feel like I'd also be okay without it just because of the world.
Uh-huh.
So I'd probably pick Dragon Age. I know a lot of people don't know the series. That's okay. It's just a regular fantasy world. It's an RPG, so like, yeah, not like super intense. It just has magic and has dragons and all that, and I enjoy like the lore. But EA owns the company that's making the game, so I'm real pissed at them because they destroyed something great. But we don't have to talk about that part. But I would like their world.
You ever like to play that game where somebody mentions a movie, a show, or a video game that you know nothing about other than the title, and so you try to construct your version of what you think it is?
I've never done that, but that sounds really fun. I might start doing that.
Yes, so Dragon Age, I imagined it was a video game about dragons aging. Don't ask me what I don't ask what I thought Squid Games was.
Oh God.
Okay, you're not entirely wrong. Although they did, I have to go back and remember the lore for like the most recent one. But there are dragons in the game. I don't know about aging dragons. But there are dragons in the game. In the most recent one, they actually have you can actually get a trophy for like killing them. So I didn't like doing it because I really liked the designs for some of them, but then I was kind of like, I like the trophy and I want the trophy. So I kind of had to like ignore what I felt and go for it.
Yeah.
You're not entirely wrong. There are dragons. There are people that could turn into dragons too.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Yeah.
And then do they age?
Technically the person I'm talking about, technically she does age, but she also knows like the magic to not age, but she's not sure if she wants to be exactly like her mother who did that and was gonna use her as the substitute body to make sure it's not really like aging, it's more like transferring your soul. So yeah. So her mom obviously caused quite a bit of trauma.
Damn.
Yeah, but she could transform into a dragon.
Yeah, I had no clue.
Okay. It's I know like a lot of people know it and like a lot of people obviously don't. It's like I don't want to say it's a niche game. It's kind of like either you know about it or you don't. It's not like Mass Effect where a lot of people have heard about Mass Effect to some extent. Not obviously everyone, but like it's big enough that at least even people that don't know about the game know at least about how the third one is, which I appreciate very much. I'm glad that we got it out to the mass public in some way.
So you're saying Mass Effect isn't about sound effects done by big masses of Is that what you're getting at?
Well,
Erlyn's like, okay, next question, please. I'm done with her. See, even Miko.
I don't even know how to answer that. Like, what am I supposed to say?
It's
also,
okay.
Carlos, no, I did not. I haven't. But I heard it's really cute. I don't know, though.
For those who don't know me, I apologize.
Just Flancy coming out of nowhere, just saying some weird stuff.
Yeah, I'm slightly joking, so don't worry. For those of you, wow, this is dumb. Am I allowed to curse on this podcast? Actually,
no, you're all fired.
Ah, shit.
I'll have you know that I should have been fired like 2 episodes ago.
Just like you're gonna have to bleep.
just a
bleep
button. Give everyone a bleep button.
Yeah. I'd do it wrong. I'd like beep fuck.
You'd say it before you said it.
Yeah.
Like you beep it.
Like what the fuck is this shit? Beep.
Like TV censoring.
What did Flancy say already?
Hi, Miko.
Are we allowed to tell them? Or is it like he should have been their moment?
Oh, you're gonna have to watch the VOD.
It's a he should have been their moment. Got it.
Just kidding. Weezy, was that really the last question that you had for us?
I mean, I haven't answered yet.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I could meet anybody dead or alive, I'd pick Stanley Kubrick.
Oh.
He was an old film director, and he wrote some of the most interesting movies in history, I think. Or not wrote, he directed them.
Yeah. No, I think he wrote a couple.
He did.
Or at least, was part of writing.
Yeah, he did Clockwork Orange, Eyes Wide Shut, The Shining, A Space Odyssey, Full Metal Jacket, Doctor Strangelove.
Although The Shining isn't exactly correct.
Oh, that was so
But
true.
it was good. To an extent.
Yeah, I just have like
He's
a lot
a good
of
person to pick, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he wrote like those are some of the greatest like movies of all time in my opinion. I just want to get his approach on like every single camera angle of every single shot of every single movie that I've watched of his, and ask him about it. Like why'd you choose this specific angle? Like what's the emotion behind this?
You sound like an English teacher asking me to write a paragraph on why the author wrote what they wrote.
Why were the curtains blue?
Well,
like I don't fucking know.
It's cool because like you see, I just like the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out a couple years ago, and there was a shot in the movie where it's taken from the seat level of the passenger seat in like this old 60s car, and Brad Pitt is sitting there just smoking cigarettes, flicking them out the window, flicking them in the passenger seat floor. And he said that scene was shot that way because that shot reminds him of when he was like 6 years old and his stepdad was driving him around in like 1969 in an old fucking car, and him looking up at his stepdad just flicking cigarettes everywhere as he's driving. So it's just stuff like that. It's like little backstories and just stuff behind the scenes. And you watch the movie and you wouldn't even think anything of it. You'd be like, oh, there he is, but you wouldn't think that shot actually means something to him.
Pretty cool. Weezy, I have a question.
What up?
Well, I guess for both of you, but yes, okay. So, and anyone in chat. So, I'd like to say it's probably safe to say that we all like games here, yes?
Yeah.
And we all like movies and TV shows, yeah?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty much what we've been talking about this whole podcast. Now I'm gonna fuck it up for y'all. If you had to choose between keeping video games a thing versus keeping movies and shows a thing, which would you choose to have and keep in the world if you had to get rid of the other?
I'd keep games.
I'd keep movies.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I mean, movies have been a bigger part of my life than games have. Like I've been watching movies since like I've had eyes. I only first picked up a video game when I was like three or four.
Erlene, how about you? What's the reason for yours?
You have more freedom when well, not entirely more freedom, but you definitely have more artistic freedom to an extent when you create a game than with like a movie, because depending on how many writers or producers or directors are working on it, you can be limited. A lot of things can be changed. That's how a lot of movies tend to either be good or bad, simply over the fact of the matter of like, maybe one director didn't like how something looked, so they wanted to change it. Sometimes those are good, like I said, but for the most part, they tend to change a lot, so... Plus, I feel like it's more interactive when you're playing a game. The story feels more alive in a way, I guess.
Mm,
That's to me though. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I'd. Oh, go ahead, Weezy.
I was gonna say video game. She's right. Video games are a lot more personal when it comes down to it, because like you're controlling what's going on to an extent.
Hmm.
But I feel I like movies more. I think because like I said, with like the whole Quentin Tarantino writing Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and that scene, that how it reminded him of his childhood. It's like seeing something through someone else's eyes, like you're experiencing other people's personal experiences type thing.
See that?
yeah.
I, for myself, would choose to keep video games. And similar to what Erlene was saying, I feel like there's just a lot of flexibility to have control over how you want to experience the game. Um, and so I asked this question because when I was playing, what is it? When I play certain games, so like Detroit Become Human,
That's a
or
good game.
or what is it? It Takes Two, or anything like that. There's just so many different ways that you could enjoy the game,
Mm-hmm.
and the playability for it, or replayability, is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just
Yeah.
feel like it's still telling a story, but you are more immersed into how that story, I guess, progresses and what goes into that journey. So that's what I like about video games, and that's why I would probably keep that over movies and shows. But I see what Weezy, I see where you're getting at too, because I mean, movies and shows, it really is that artistic vision of that director or the producer or the writer that, you're seeing the world from their eyes and their perspective and their experiences. So that's also special, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and video games and movies go hand in hand because they both have like multiple people working on that said project. So like anything that's good, like a video game or a movie, you can get fully immersed in it if it's good enough.
Mhm.
So I guess it's all up to preference, I guess.
Yeah, true,
I get
true.
what you mean. It's also kind of like, to an extent, like video games, while they are more creative in a sense, movies are technically similar to books in that aspect, where like you're understanding and reading and watching, not reading, but like watching um, a movie from the perspective of how the writer wanted you to see and understand this story. Whether that means that it was, actually the way it was meant to be, or they wanted you to think a certain way. I can get it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of movies are based off of books, being that
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of people like they're like, "Oh, the book was better than the movie." But like when you read a book, I feel like when you read a book, like what you're reading means something different, because like words mean different things to different people. So like when you're reading it, what's like the same scene could mean something different to you than could meant to whoever wrote it.
Like your interpretation of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you put it into movie form, it's like 100 people's like view on how that specific thing went.
Mm.
So it's
Plus, you're
just
actually hearing the tone that's being used, not like
yeah.
assuming it from just the context of the scene that you're getting.
It's
I get
just
it.
it's just super it's just super intimate, because like things just get lost in translation along the way, like when it goes from book to movie, or
Mm.
just like from movie to video game or video game to movie.
Yeah.
That's why whenever they try to flip the script, and like they make like a movie about a video game, and then people are super critical about the game, like, oh, that's not actually canon, or that's not how I would have liked the movie. It's different.
Mhm.
Like I always talk about the Warcraft movie. I thought the Warcraft movie was a good movie, but in terms of World of Warcraft itself, it was not that spot on.
Yeah.
That's why
I
a lot
didn't
of
even get like the basic of the story itself either, and
Mm.
it was their team that I think helped write it too.
yeah. So I think as far as movie goes, like if World of Warcraft didn't exist, I think the Warcraft movie would have done great. Period. Because I think it's a good movie in and of itself. But like people make the connection to the game, and then that's where things get a little bit too hairy.
Yeah.
You can also see that they also wrote the movie for technically more so for the fans, because the fans already know the lore. The fans already know who's who and what's happening, like what's exactly happening. They didn't really write it from the perspective of, oh, there might be some new people who might enjoy your game, you don't even know, all because you wrote it the way you wrote it.
Yeah. And my sister, there's different audiences too, like people that will only play video games, and they'll be like, I'm not gonna interpret any art unless it's through a video game, or people that won't interpret any kind of art unless it's through a movie or a book. I know my sister would rather read a book than watch a movie. She would literally rather read a book than watch a movie. But I love watching movies.
I like watching movies after reading the book, or maybe doing both, whatever, maybe not at the same time, but doing both eventually. Mainly because I know I think very differently than a lot of people, so it's so interesting to see. Yeah. It's like the book could say like the girl walked down the street, and you know, somebody could take it as it is, but for some reason my brain likes to add a little bit of randomness to it. So I like to see what it's like from maybe a not so brained person as myself.
A different person's perspective after reading it or seeing it.
Yeah.
I get that.
So what you're saying, a Flancy novel's coming soon.
I mean, what I'm saying is maybe I should make my own movie or book adaptation movies or whatever, just so y'all can have an insight as to what goes on in my brain. But yeah.
I like it. I'll I'd read it, watch it. Don't know where 100% it would go, but I get it.
Yeah, I don't know either. We'll find out together. But yeah, okay. That was my question for y'all.
That was a good question.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I'd be okay with video games if it means I get to play games like Detroit Become Human or The Last of Us or It Takes Two even. So.
Oh my god. It's been forever since I got past The Last of Us. You brought it up. Now I'm emotional. I'm still so sad.
Yeah.
I'll never not be sad.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why. Well, I mean, I did, but I also didn't get why people were upset. Like, when they played the first game, you can tell, even by how they wrote it, it was a story. You just played the story, you know? Like, it's not like Detroit Become Human where, like, you have different choices. Like, you are playing a story in that game, but the choices you make do change that story. Whereas, like, The Last of Us is, like, a flat, this is the story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most games are like that. I got upset
for finishing it.
Yeah, I'm curious how what is it, an HBO show for The Last of Us? Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to be.
Is that a thing? Really?
Yeah, that's real. I think, I could be wrong. I think it's the guy that plays the Mandalorian, or I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Jon Favreau, or however you say it?
Yeah, I believe he's supposed to be playing Joel. I could be wrong. Like I said, don't quote me, but I think that's what they said. But I do know for a fact that it is real and that they've already, to some extent, already have like the whatever version of the story that they have down. I think they said they were gonna try and follow the game because like that's really the only base lore that they have for The Last of Us to an extent, but that they'll be adding some stuff. So. Well, because it's a show, so you get extra, somewhat, I guess, space to add what you want, since the game is already passed, so you get to add extra if you want to, at this point.
Yeah, I'm glad they're doing a show instead of the movie route.
Oh, for sure. I'd be pissed. I was like, don't make a movie out of this game. No. This game has 2 of them, and the gameplay is longer than the movie. You would not be able to do it.
It's like, if any screenwriters, directors, or producers are listening to this podcast for some reason, reason, don't do a movie, do a show.
Yeah.
For any game or book adaptations, just skip the movie, do the show.
Mm-hmm. Or
Yeah.
like, if you really feel the need to make a movie, just take the first half. Just the first half. I promise you, the first half is more than enough for the beginning start of a story. Don't try and cram a whole game into a movie that's going to be minimum 2 hours, maximum maybe 3, if you even get there. You know, like, The Last of Us, like, what? Like, it was definitely 10 plus hours. Like, there's, well, depending on how much you played, but...
If you play or if I play?
Listen, I died a lot, so I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you had more deaths than me, but honestly, I died at the beginning. Not even funny. I was so pissed. I was like, I just started. But minimum, you know what I mean? Like, if the game isn't like an indie game where it's like 3 hours, you shouldn't be taking a AAA game trying to fit. Like, most AAA games are like 20 hours plus sometimes. I don't know. You can't fit, you know, a 20-hour game into 2 hours. Like, just take the first half and go from there. If you feel like you could add more because you need a little bit more, go off, sweetheart, go off. Leave it on the cliffhanger into the midsection of the game or book. But, like, don't, you know what I mean? Like, just don't force that. That's what makes it bad. And definitely don't follow Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Don't
M.
follow
Night
that script.
Shyamalan Ding Dong.
Don't do it.
My
Miko,
God.
Miko's like, imagine a whole episode of Joel looting. That's if I play it.
Honestly, if you're not looting, you're not playing correctly. The game requires you to loot. I refuse to hear anyone tell me otherwise. You will never not hear or see me not looting. I will literally turn around if I'm told that there's like ammo in the back, in the other side of the map. I'm going back for it. I'm not leaving without it.
If anything, the game devs love us, Erlynbebe, because we're so thorough with all the things that and the hard work that they put into it.
Honestly, we're the backbone. That's it. We're the backbone of the games.
Mhm.
They should, you know, they definitely should be thanking us.
I'm a moderate looter.
Oh yeah, no. If I kill someone and they're like in a pile, I'm looting everybody.
Oh, man. Okay, Miko. Sorry. For those of you who are just
You
listening
set
to
a
the
doctor
audio.
on fire?
Okay, I didn't set the doctor on fire.
What?
He spontaneously combusted into flames at the end
Because
of
you
The
looked
Last
at
of Us.
him?
Potentially. I winked at the doctor and he just bursted into flames.
Too hot
Oh,
to
he couldn't handle the flirting.
Mm-mm,
Oh god.
no. So my wink is more like a blink, but but it's fine.
Oh my
Just
god.
like winking at somebody like, you got something in your eye? You good?
It's just constant.
The fuck is your problem?
I'm so mad. I wish there was. Is there a clip of it? I want to go see it. I want to see you.
I actually-
Doctor on fire.
I don't know. I don't think we got a clip of it, and
Oh no, sad.
yeah, I wasn't smart enough to download all my VODs back then. But I do have The Last of Us 2. I'm missing The Last of Us 1 for VODs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
Just gotta play it again.
Well, like, who even knows if he'll set on fire this time? Maybe he'll learn his lesson. He'll be like, I remember her. I'm not standing where she thinks I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna do a different thing. So I can't set on fire this time.
Yep. Maybe it was just a glitch. Maybe it was just a one-off thing. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Yeah, he was like-
game devs. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Hmm.
speaking of sequels, I know you played Horizon. Are you gonna play the second one? Like, forgetting like streaming it or not. Like, do you think you'll play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd hope so. Is it gonna be on PC too, or is it only on?
It will be on PC, I think.
At the
Okay.
moment, right now, it's on PS4 and PS5 and the Xbox S or One or whatever the heck the new one is, and the old Xbox.
Okay. I still have a PS4, so I should still be able to play it. So
Yeah.
yeah, hoping to eventually play it. How about you?
I already pre-ordered it.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, I wanted the statue, so I pre-ordered the Regala edition and then the regular collector's edition. But I realized I was like, I only want the collector's edition for the statue. Other than that, I need nothing else in this. So I was like, what am I gonna do?
Play the game.
Well, no, because I'm gonna have two copies. I don't need two copies. So that's why I'm asking. Because then, do you want it? Because I'm not gonna need it. Because I only want it. Yeah, I only want it for the statue and the collector. So you won't get the statue, but you get everything else because the Regala edition comes with everything, just a little bit extra. I just want the statues. I really like the statues.
She paid
so.
the whole 9 yards just for the statue.
It's $260. It's $260, so it's not a lot.
What do you mean?
It's $260. I paid. Listen, I think it was Cyberpunk. I paid the $300 freaking dollars for Cyberpunk. All right. I wanted the statue. I'm not mad that I got it.
What?
See, and this is why she chose video games over movies.
I like supporting.
And she chooses statues over video games.
I like supporting. Take my dollars if it means I'm gonna get more. Like give it to me.
Dang. Wait, so what did you get it on? The PlayStation 4?
Yeah. Okay. So it's for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, so you could transfer your copy or whatever into your PlayStation 5 if you have it.
Okay, yeah, I'm down. I'll message you.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't come out until like February, so you don't have to be too worried yet. So I'll message you like a month or so. No, 2-3 months or now. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, free game.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I was asking. I feel like it sounds weird because I'm like, just take this from me. But I was like, she's probably gonna play it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I need somebody to take it off my hands anyways, or else I'm gonna be like, I have just an extra copy lying here. What am I gonna do?
Damn. Okay, yeah, I'm down. Okay. I'm probably gonna forget, but okay, February.
Yeah. It comes out sometime like within like the first or second week of February. So yeah, you might have to wait though, just so that way I get the copy and then I could send it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't want to pay the extra dollars for like same day of release.
Damn.
I'm already paying more than enough money. Okay, they don't need an extra like $10 or something from me. They're fine.
Damn. Well, I just realized February is actually just right around the corner.
Yeah, that's why I was like, let me ask you, because you know what, it's coming up and we're talking about sequels. Let me just, just get a little opinion. Because if you already pre-ordered, then I'm like, I'm gonna have to find somebody else again.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually bad about pre-ordering games, to be honest.
Yeah. It's okay.
If I really
like
care
I
about
said,
pre-ordering, I'll like pre-order it on the last day it's available for pre-order.
Oh yeah.
If I'm not
like super into the game, then I don't mind doing the same thing. But like if it's like a series or like a company I like, I don't mind doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I know not everyone's like that. I'm okay with it because Plus, I'm buying it through Best Buy, and I don't have a ton of stuff that it's Best Buy. I don't need to buy stuff, so like this is also a great way for me to use the card.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like, I'm not buying fridges or like laundry machines, so what do I need this card for? Like.
You want to send me a washing machine too? No.
Do you need a washing machine?
No, I don't. It was the first thing I thought of.
I was like, are people really that in need of a washing machine? Because I keep getting emails for it. They're like, what is it? Black Friday sales, wash machines and dryers are like off. I'm like, yeah. I don't. Wrong person. I say this is what I need. Send me a mini fridge. You're gonna have to give me a little bit more than just that. I need more information on a mini fridge.
Can you send me the food that goes inside the mini fridge? Oh man.
All right.
Yeah.
Or did you have anything else to add?
No, I'm just mumbling. Don't mind me.
That's all right. I was gonna say, well, that's a good place to end it for this week's episode.
Yeah.
Of Dragon Ball Z. Sorry.
Of Dragon Ball Z. Of Collective
Oh yeah, we
Ball
probably should end it before
podcast.
like, Dad gets upset. Gonna wring everyone's neck because like you went over the time again.
Yeah,
Oh, did we?
Yeah, Jordan's gonna kill me. All right, that's why I'm ending it. But yeah, did you guys have fun?
What are you talking about? You know exactly what we're talking about.
Didn't even get mad.
You got sassed, okay? You got sassed me. All right, same thing.
It's
You got attitude. You got a little mad.
It's all right. Is there anything you guys wanted to say to the people listening to close it out?
Make sure you eat. I know some of y'all like to just pretend that you ate. Make sure you eat. Don't pretend to eat. Make sure you
stay hydrated.
Eat. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
All right, I think that concludes it then. All right, thanks everybody.
All right.
Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks to everybody that's coming to the stream. Do you guys want to plug anything?
Thanks for hosting, Wheezy.
Okay. All right, everybody have a good day. Thanks Jordan for letting me host this week. I know he's busy. That's why he been letting me host it. Yeah. Everybody stay safe, wear a mask, and don't be a police officer. All right. Later.